It's a vivarium or palatarium. Yeah, terrarium. Anyways, this is a custom made by me tank. It used to be a 40-gallon long tank, and I converted it to a 40-gallon tall palatarium. There's a 15-gallon water tank down at the bottom. Don't have any fish in there right now. I need to redesign the base of it to house fish or something else to keep the humidity high. As you can see, there's a fogger in there. It's just a supersonic fogger. It's right here. Got it off of Amazon, about 10 bucks. Not too bad. I like it. Adds for a fun effect. Reminds me of Dagobah. Yeah, I just want to do a walkthrough and maybe showing you of how I made it. I will insert some pictures of the steps involved. So let's open it up, air it out a little bit. So I have some Tilliliads, air plants. They're very fun. Kind of a fun texture. There's 3 right there in the back. There's 1 way down there. There might be a frog in that pic. Anyways, there's 3 frogs in here. 2 anole, or 1 anole. I want to get a second anole for it. Female for the male. All the plants in here are alive. In moss. There's moss down here. It's kind of dark. And there's moss here, and there's another set of moss right here. This plant here is called a palm. We love it. It looks pretty cool. Here's another shoot. It'll look just like one of these, but it will open up in the coming days. Hopefully today, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, this is called, this plant down here, let me find it, it's called a white jewel. Does pretty good down at the base. All these plants I water them about 3 times a week directly. Other than that, they just get misting. This plant here is called a pink polka dot plant. If you look close on the leaves, there's some pink polka dots all over the leaves. It's really cool. As it gets closer to the light, the leaves get huge and the polka dots will show up, and then after a couple days it will flower, and I think the flowers were purple, which were kind of cool. Kind of a cool color for in here. So it's already flowered once this year. Hopefully we can flower it again. This plant back here is called a Duranga. It's a subspecies of this. Let's see, what other plants is in there? Yeah, those are the main 4 main plants other than the Tilliliads. I don't know what type of Tilliliads each one of these are. They seem to be doing pretty good. Everything grows pretty well in here. Lighting on the top, it's a Zilla heating and UVB basking light. Of course, the frogs don't need that. The plants need the light, but they don't need the heat. I mean, it does keep it warmer in here and dries it out, but the anole loves it. So that is the main purpose that we have the heating light. The water stays really warm, just so that keeps the humidity high. These LED lights up here are from IKEA. They're 4-pack of LED light strips. I will show you here's where all my wires are hidden. It controls everything, all this. But here's the control for the LED lights. I can change it to whatever I want, which is really fun. At night I can do red, so I can see the frogs when they're out, because they are nocturnal. this light down here, there's a remote that I can control the color, do flashing, strobe when we're having parties or whatnot. This does a fade. It's kind of a fast fade. I'm not a big fan of that fade. Or just changes colors. Or I can pick whatever color. The colors aren't true to the buttons. It's kind of a cheap knockoff of American products. It's from China. But it was cheap, and it works pretty good. I'm connected to the bubbler. So let's get into how I made this tank. As I said, it was a 40-gallon long, meaning this was the bottom and this was the top. So I rotated it. There used to be a piece of glass right up here. I took a razor blade, cut it out, and moved that piece of glass to the face of it to hold the water. I used clear silicone right here, and I will insert a picture of that process here. Then I glued a 3-inch PVC pipe. It can be seen down here or up here to the back of this thing. This allowed me to have a place to run cords, bubblers, whatnot down into the bottom area. After that, I created this base, kind of an archipelago type landmass coming out into the water. And what I did to make that was I used this stuff. It's called Great Stuff foam, spray foam. I built some contraption to hold the spray foam in the shape that I wanted, sprayed it in with coconut bark mixed in, and that's the effect. It looks pretty cool. So once that dried, then I sprayed the back with spray foam, covered it with coconut bark. I also put little planters in the back. Pretty much I cut 3-inch PVC pipe in the shape that I wanted and gave me spots to plant. The best, or the one that you can see the best, which I eventually want to cover up, is that one. You can see the PVC pipe. You can also see the spray foam. I'm gonna probably in the coming months go through and silicone over it and put some coconut bark to cover up all the spray foam because it's not the prettiest. I also put in grape vines that I dried out in the oven, made sure there's no parasites on them, and inserted those in there, and they look pretty cool. They look really natural. Made the screen top out of window screen. As you can see, just made it fit. Then I silicone. My siliconing is not the best, but it works. This front window hinges from Lowe's, siliconed on, locks. I did 2 just so one's higher than the other. I never put a lock on it, but it keeps the door shut and supports it. This black trim is from an auto parts store. Usually put this black trim on your car doors so when they open they don't scratch anybody else's car, but it works. But here's the misting system on. It really starts to pull the fog up. Frogs love it. As you can see, the plant's really starting to open up now. Probably by the end of the day it'll be completely open. Really cool. So yeah, haven't seen the anole out this morning. He's probably somewhere hiding. Still, usually he hides most of the day. But maybe I'll throw in some food and get him to come out. Alright. Put some questions in the comments if you want to know how I did something, or more tips, or if there's any videos that you guys would like to see. I'm going to be trying to focus in on each one of my tanks in the coming videos, give you an idea of how I made them, and just kind of show you some stuff. Oh, there, the frog jumped. So yeah, add some comments, subscribe, like, share with your friends, all your reptile enthusiasts out there. Alright guys, have a nice day.